people who have not participated in this session, they can receive the recordings or refer the recordings. So so far we have talked about the things in the second unit, and last week we talked about these storage devices, right? And we write down the things regarding the three categories of the storage devices, which is the magnetic, optical, and solid states, right? So today we are going to go to discuss about the computer ports, right? Now, computer ports are there to connect peripheral devices. Peripheral devices කියන්නේ මොනවාද? අපිට computer එකට එළියෙන් connect කරන devices. So it can be a mouse, it can be a keyboard, it can be a scanner, it can be a printer, right? It can be a speaker, a microphone, right? There are many devices which we are going to connect to a computer by its environment. So we call these things peripheral devices. Peripheral means staying very closely, ළඟම කියන එක, right? So there are many different ports in the computer, like specifically when it comes to a desktop computer, right? If you turn your desktop computer to the like back side, like to the rear side, you can see a picture like this, right? Last week we talked about this picture. I show you the motherboard, and I told you these are the ports that we are going to see at the rear side of the system unit. So today we are going to talk about the ports that we can see on this rear side, right? So there are various kinds of ports. I hope you may know about some things, right? But we'll discuss how it's going to happen. So the first one is called the Ps2 port. Now, Ps2 port is there to connect the keyboard and the mouse. Like unlike today, අද කාලේ අපි keyboard and mouse connect කරන්න කෙලින්ම USB port එකකට. So unlike today, the very first keyboards and mouse, as well as like if you consider today, we got some considerable amount of mouse and keyboards which has this Ps2 ports. So keyboard was connected to the purple color port, right? And mouse was connected to the green color port, right? I'll show you some pictures. If you got an old computer at your home or in your school, you can if you check the jacks of the keyboard and the mouse, you will see these Ps2 ports, right? And yeah, so like it showed here, Ps2 port needs Ps2 connectors, right? So this purple color connector is connected to the keyboard, and the green color connector is connected to the mouse, right? And like let me now actually this picture is not explaining what is connected with the keyboard and the mouse. It is just another port, something very similar like this. So these are the ports. Maybe there's my port එක තියෙන්නේ, මේ jack එක තියෙන්නේ, right? Can you see it? මේ කොළ පාට ඉන්න එක්කෙනා හරියටම මේ කොළ පාට port එකට connect වෙන්න පුළුවන් විදිහට තියෙන. It has a specific side. එක පැත්තකට විතරයි connect වෙන්නේ, right? එක හරියටම match කරගන්න ඕනේ, right? මම මෙතන අරගෙන තියෙන්නේ වැරදි port එක මම හිතන්නේ. Hold on. Let me check. Yeah. These are the ports, right? මොකද ps2 port එකේ තියෙන holes නේ ඒ holes වලට connect වෙන pins තමයි මේ keyboard එකේ mouse එකේ end එකේ අපිට දකින්න හම්බෙන්නේ. ඒ keyboard එකේ wire එක end එකේ අද කාලේ බැලුවොත් ඕගලන්ට පේන තියෙන USB port එකක්. But these are the ports which came earlier before the USB ports, right, on the keyboard. Right, so these are called the ps2 port. So remember, green color is for mouse and the purple color is for keyboard. Right, let me show you the keyboard and a mouse. Yes, මේ තියෙන එකක්. Right, එතකොට keyboard එකේ කෙලවරේ ඔයගලන්ට දකින්න හම්බෙන්නේ මේ වගේ කෙනෙක්. Right, so purple color is for keyboard and this is for mouse. Right, so it only responds to these particular ports only. Right, the keyboard should be connected with the purple color one. If it connects with the green color one, there will be a problem. Right, but nowadays we are not finding any ps2 keyboards. Instead of that, we are having the USB port to connect the keyboards and the mouse to the computer, right? And the parallel port is used to connect the printers, the old printers, to the system unit, right? Nowadays, these are being replaced by a USB as well. So USB is like, the name defines, USB means universal serial bus, right? So universal means you are supported to anything that you want, right? So instead of parallel ports, nowadays printers and scanners, they got this USB, right? But before the USB, this was the port that printers have where the printers have used, and there were no any USBs back then, right? So but nowadays it's again a USB port, but it can be something difficult, but it is a USB port that you are having, right? So it has 25 holes, right? මේ රෝස පාට V shape එකේ තියෙන්නේ, those are the holes. So the jack should have the pins, right? So that is what we call the parallel port. And HDMI, now HDMI as well as this VGA, and here they don't they haven't mentioned the word called DVI, right? I'll show you these ports, right? So yeah, now this is called right. So DVI is there at the left side. S video, it is another port we are not going to talk about much, and VGA is there. Let me take the one with an HDMI. I had a one. Oh, there it is. Right, now VGA is the oldest port, right? Where we used to take the graphics from the system unit to the monitor, right? So in the system unit, inside the hard disk, there are details. When you play it, It will come through the VGA cable to the monitor, right? So double click karnawa, execute karnawa කියන එකේ තේරුම අරගත්තොත්, right? අපි ඒ කරන ඕනම ක්ලික් එකක සිද්ධ වෙන ක්‍රියාවලිය ඊළඟට ඕනම ක්‍රියාවලියකට දාලව සිද්ධ වෙන graphical representation එකක් represent කරගන්න තමයි අපිට graphic card එක තියෙන්නේ සහ මේ graphic ports අපි පාවිච්චි කරන්නේ. Right? So VGA is the oldest one, then DVI came. DVI has a higher quality, right? And faster than the data rate of the VGA. And nowadays, the popular or the most talky technology is the HDMI, right? So HDMI is a special VGA port. Why I'm saying that this VGA alone can't take sound with it. දැන් මම මගේ laptop එක මගේ projector එකට connect කරොත් VGA cable එකක් පාවිච්චි කරලා. Right? අපි සින්දුවක් play කරොත් ඒ සින්දුව play වෙන්නේ VGA cable එක තියෙන කෙනා හරහා නෙවෙයි. අපිට හඬ අහන්න අපිට වෙනමම sound line එකක් තියෙන්න ඕන. Right? හැබැයි if you use an HDMI, you really don't need to have a separate line to hear the sound. Then projector එක මම VGA cable එකකින් connect කරලා ඔයගලන්ට movie එකක් play කරොත් ඔයගලන්ට හඬ ඇහෙන්නේ නැහැ රූපේ විතරයි පේන්නේ. හඬ ඇහෙන්න නම් I have to take the audio cable and should connect the projector and the audio cable to hear the sound. If you use an HDMI, just the HDMI cable is enough. It will give you the sound as well as the graphics. Right, so that is the story about the ports, right? Rather the graphic ports, right? Then let's move forward. So I talk about the PS2, parallel and HDMI. Then the RJ45. Anyone who have seen the RJ45 at home? RJ45. There is a very famous place that you can find an RJ45. What is that place? Yes, people? Any suggestions? Yes, well done. It's in the Wi-Fi. Yes. So RJ45 Wi-Fi means like on your router, right? Yeah, the Wi-Fi router, yes. So RJ45 is used to communicate data, right? So when you need to connect your computer to a specific network, or if you need to create a network, the RJ45 port is the one who is helping you to do that, right? So it basically creating a network, and this network port has this green color bulb and the yellow color bulb in LEDs, right? So green color bulb is to indicate a successful connection. Yellow color bulb is to indicate which is not a successful one, right? කොළ පාට එක්කෙනා blink වෙනවා නම් හරි පත්තු වෙලා නම් හරි අපි කියනවා ඒක successfully connected කියලා, right? If it is not like that, sorry for the screen sharing here. Yeah, if it is not like that, අපි කහ පාට bulb එක blink වෙනවා නම් we tell it there is a network issue. And this audio port and jacks, you know about it, neither. You are using it very much. At least you are using two of them, like the mic one and the speaker out, right? So mic is there, mic jack is there to connect a mic so we can give the voice into the computer. So like it will record the computer. Computer will record the sound, right? Only the sound. If you need to hear that sound, so you have to use a speaker, right? So then you can hear the sounds which is inside the computer. If you play a song, so you will be able to hear it through the green color jack. And the third one is the blue color one, which we call the line in. Now, line in is there to input an external sound into your computer. Now, external sound means like a music file inside a tape, right? Those kind of things, right? නැත්නම් අපි radio එකේ play වෙන සින්දුවක් computer එකට record කරගන්න. For those kind of things, you can use the audio ports or audio jacks, and you can see what are the purposes of these audio jacks, right? They have listed it down here. Blue is for line in, green is for line out and headphones, pink is for microphone. And this is the one which we have talked about, the USB, Universal Serial Bus. Right, so the it is why it is said universal serial bus, because lots of people can connect lots of devices through the USB devices, right? So like it doesn't matter whether it is a printer or a scanner or a keyboard or a mouse or a webcam, that doesn't matter, right? And video graphic adapter, we talk about it. And the serial port, which we use to connect a modem to your computer, right? So modem is something which comes with a USB port nowadays. It has the modem function, right? So yeah, those are the what we call the ports that you need to remember and to learn, right? Yeah, so can we write this down slowly, right? So put the subheading computer ports, so subheading computer ports and the very first line. Let me know once you are done. Are we done, people? Right, people, are we done? Can we continue? Right. So under that, number one, PS2 ports. So you can write these two lines regarding that. PS2 ports. Right. If you are done with the first part or the PS2, the second subheading is the parallel port, and you have to write these two lines regarding that. Let me know when you are done, people. Okay, one is done. How about others? Right, so let's move forward. And if anyone is missing what we are writing, just let me know. Okay, the third one is the HDMI port, high definition multimedia interface port. And the next one is RJ45. You have to write the entire thing, people. For HDMI from top to bottom. For RJ45 from top to bottom. Right, third one is the HDMI. Write the everything. And the fourth one is the RG45. Write the everything. It's okay, Ranima. Right, are we done, people? All right, are we done, people? Right, one is done. How about others? Right, two are done. How about others? Okay, we are moving to the fifth and the sixth. Audio port jacks. Yeah, again, you have to write the entire thing because it has the everything. And right, so regarding the audio port jacks, this is what you have to write, the entire thing. Right, let me know when you are done, people. Gavindu, regarding the audio ports and USB, you have to write the entire thing. Okay, are we done, people? Can we move forward? All right. Okay. Okay. Take your time. Take your time. People, I'm sorry. I was telling you something like while the mic is mute. Okay, people, so we have moved to the seventh one. So you had to write about video graphic adapter and with the highlighted part, right? So quickly go through. Are we done, people? Yeah, one is done, it seems. Okay. Yeah. So others, I'll give you another 1 or 2 minutes to finish things up. Right. Okay, so we get to know about the ports. So then after, we are going to talk about the data communication. Now, when it comes to the communication, like what we are doing this particular moment is a data communication, right? I deliver my voice to your ear using an internet connection. All right, so internet is happen to be the largest network in the world, right? So what I'm actually doing is sending my voice through a network to your device, right? Now, like when you and me in the physical class, we have our own way of communication neither. What I'm saying is you will be listening. So I'm the one who's saying things, you are the one who listening to the things, and my voice will be like reach to your ear, then you will hear what I say. Like when it comes to the data communication, now think about the scenario that we talk to each other. The one who is talking is the one who is generating the sound, and one who is listening is the one who is receiving the sound, and your voice is going through the air. So air becomes the medium of taking that voice from your mouth to someone else's ears. So likewise, for the data communication, you need a place where it generates the data. We call it a source. So it creates the data. And there is another one or another device which receives the data. We call that particular device is the receiver. And like we need air to communicate with each other. අපිට මේ වායුගෝලයේ වාතය කියන එක නැත්තම් අපි කියන එක තව කෙනෙකුට ඇහෙන්නේ නැහැ. වාතය තමයි අපේ කටින් පිට වෙන මේ ශබ්ද තරංගය අරගෙන යන්නේ එක තැනකින් තව තැනකට. Right? So likewise, when the source need to send some data to the destination, there should be a specific path or medium to reach. So medium is divided into two parts, which is the guided medium and the unguided medium. Right? So guided means with wires, and unguided means without the wires. That means wireless. Right? So as this picture describes, to do a data communication, there should be a data source, there should be a path to take that data from the source to the destination, right? And to do that, we definitely need a path as well as some rules regarding the communication. දැන් අපිට පාරට අපි වාහනයක් දැම්මයින් පස්සේ අපිට ඕන විදිහට drive කරන්න බෑනේ. You can't drive at your will. You have to obey the traffic controls, or like the rules which is regarding the transportation, right? Then only you will be able to drive yourself from one place to another. Yeah, Chandra, yes, I'll come to that. So likewise, when the source need to send his data or its data from the generated place to another place, it needs a medium, and that medium has a particular set of rules, which we call the protocols, right? So source means what? The device which generates the data. The destination or the receiver means the device which receives the data, right? So to do that, we need a medium. And again, as we talked, we need the protocol as well. More importantly, there should be a message to be delivered, right? Okay, so that is what they have said over here. So before we come to the data transmission modes, let's write down about this. So put the heading data communication, and copy the very first line. Okay. So people who have done that, put this subheading called basic components required for data communication. So then write the subheading basic components required for data communication. Then I'm going to draw you something. You have to draw it as I drew. Okay, so this is what I'm going to draw. It's a simple sketch. Right. So it's like this. There is this sender. We call it the source. And this is going to be the receiver. And in between there is a medium. Medium divided into two parts, which is called the guided. Right, so medium are divided into two parts, which we call the guided and unguided. And from sender to receiver, there are protocols. And more importantly, there should be a message to deliver. Right, this is called message or the data. Oh, I'm sorry, Peter. Right. අද මම නැනපෙතේ ඉඳලා ක්ලාස් එක කරගෙන යන්නේ පොඩ්ඩක් හොඳ ඔක්කොම equipments ටික නැහැ. Right. Draw this down, people. After the heading in the textbook, right? Right. Let me know when you're done. Ranuja, අපි recording එක යනවා පුතා. අපි කලින් ports ටික ගැන කතා බහ කරා. right. ports ටික ගැන කතා බහ කරා පුතා ඊළඟට අපි data communication කියන එක පොඩ්ඩක් පටන් ගත්තා දැන් තමයි පටන් ගත්තේ data communication so පුතා පොඩ්ඩක් recording එක follow කරන්න මම අද රැයට upload කරනවා right are we done people let me know when you are done people all right two are done how about others are we done here okay shall we move right now yeah so under that under the diagram it's better you write these 3 points quickly get that down All right, people, how's the situation? Yes, are we done here? Okay, one is done. How about others? Okay, right. So let's move forward. Now, next, what we have to talk about is the data transmission modes. Now, data transmission modes, they have given us 3 different data transmission modes, which is called the simplex, then it is called the half duplex, then it is called the duplex or the full duplex. So it's a very simple thing that we need to understand in here, right? The simplex means we can only communicate to a one particular site, right? So that means sender is there, he is sending the data to the other end. So that is the only direction that the data can flow, from sender to receiver. Or like if there is 2 people called A and B, only A can send the data to B. B won't be able to send the data to A. So that kind of a communication is called a simplex communication. So now, as an example, if you think about the TV channels that you are watching, right? So there are broadcasting stations, like let's say, as an example, the National Rupahini, right, or the ITN or Derana or whatever the thing, right? So you are watching the channel through the television. So television is taking the signal from the broadcasting station of the particular TV channel. So TV channel will send the signal, our TV will capture the signal and show it to us. So TV channel or the TV broadcasting station is the sender, we are the receiver. So it is a simplex one. We can't talk to the TV to be heard by the broadcasting station. It won't happen, it's not practical, right? So it's a simplex communication from one place or from one particular person or device to only to another device, right? One direction, only to a one direction. Communication happens only to a one direction. And half duplex, it is two-way communication method. So if there are two persons, A and B, A can communicate with B as well as B can communicate with A, right? So they can send the data to both the ways, right? But the speciality, or like the actually it's not a speciality, it's a constraint. The constraint of this is when A is sending data to the B, B have to wait. He can't send the data simultaneously. එකම වෙලාවෙදී යවන්න බෑ data අනිත් පැත්තට. A ගෙන් data එක B ගාවට එනකම් we have to stay. So once A is done with sending the data, so then we can send the data to the A, right? Then I think you have seen the walkie-talkies, which is on the policeman. So it is working as a half duplex mode, or like a half duplex communication. So when one policeman is talking, others have to listen. So when he stops, then someone else can start talking, right? So one way communication per time, right? සලකන වෙලාවට එක පැත්තකට තමයි communication එකේ තියෙන්නේ. But you can do communication to both the sides, right? Then the very last communication mode is the full duplex mode. So the full duplex mode is the communication that we are doing like this, doing like the communication that you and me is doing. So when I'm talking, you can hear. So meanwhile, you can talk if you want. So I will be able to hear that, right? So the same time, data is being communicated both the ways, right? So like from A to B and from B to A, the very same time. So those are called the communication modes, the simplex, half duplex, and the full duplex. තේරුණාද? කන්ෆර්ම් කරන්න බලන්න තේරුණාද කියලා. Yes, people, is that clear? Yeah, Chanuri, the simplex mode means to us, it's just a one-way communication. එක පැත්තකට විතරයි. දැන් මම මේ කතා කරනකොට මම කියන එක ඔයාට අහගෙන ඉන්න පුළුවන් එච්චරයි. ඔයාට කොයිම වෙලාවකවත් මාත් එක්ක communicate කරන්න බෑ ඔය පැත්තේ. මම කියන එක දුව අහගෙන ඉන්නවා. That's all. You can't say something or send something towards myself, right? Then that's why I took the example of television, right? So we can see whatever the thing that the TV channel or the TV broadcasting station sends, right? Yeah, එවන එක අපි බලනවා එච්චරයි. අපිට ඊට එහා දෙයක් කරන්න බෑ. Right? Okay. Right. So let's quickly write these things down, right? So have the subheading called data transmission modes. Data transmission modes. Right. So number one, simplex mode. And you have to write these two lines. Right. Are we done here? Right. And you have to draw this. Right, just a simple diagram. Right. So with that, let's end the session. So other two mods, we'll write that when we meet next time. Right. මට දැන් message එකක් ආවා මැයි 30ක වෙනකම් tuition classes තියන්න ආයි එපා කියලා තියෙනවා කියලා. Right. ඒක නිසා ගොඩක් දුරට අපිට next month එකෙත් online ම තමයි හම්බෙන්න සිද්ධ වෙන්නේ. Right. So අපි පරණ පුරුදු විදිහට එතකොට session එක continue කරමු. ඕගොල්ලෝ පරිස්සම් වෙලා ඉන්න මොකද පරිස්සම් වෙන තරමට අපිට ඉක්මනට හම්බෙන්න පුළුවන්. Right. So be safe people. Right. I don't know, like it's the responsibilities with us now, like none others can change the situation. It's only us can change this situation. So be safe and inform others to be safe as well, right? So then we will have a chance to meet as soon as possible, right? All right, so we are meeting next Friday for the same time, right? And iskola වලට band එකක් දීලා නැහැ. They said 50% crowd එකක් ගෙන්නලා ඉස්කෝල කරන්න පුළුවන් කියලා ඒගොල්ලෝ කියලා තියෙන්නේ, but not the tuition classes. Maybe it will get changed, we don't know, but for the moment we are asked to stop the we are asked to stop the physical classes until the 31st of May. Right, so let's adapt to this situation as well, like it is not new, right? So stay on the track, right? Don't miss the track. You are doing good, and we'll hope that we will be having a chance to meet as soon as possible, right? So thank you very much, people. So have a very good night, and I'm going to meet you by next Friday, right, for the same time. Right, thank you very much, everyone. Thank you very much. Have a good night. Right, okay, thank you very much, everyone. Good night.